Well, there's nothing quite like delicious homemade salsa, and there's a woman in Orangevale who has perfected her recipe.
Yeah, Cody Stark is with her now, learning the secret to her salsa.
Indeed, indeed. This is Marla Todd. Marla has a fantastic sense of humor and is quickly becoming my favorite person. I'm just telling you right now, you were hilarious. Okay, so let's talk about your salsa. Number one, if you want to see how funny her sense of humor is, you just look in the labels here. These are also great. Give me that salsa. Give me that.
Give me that. Give me that.
We've got, you heard it here. This salsa's great. And so all the labels are, and it is. It's not false advertising. It's delicious salsa.
It's wonderful salsa.
I like the Cody needs salsa.
And there's each label is its own unique flavor, and you can make your own, and you can make your own unique flavor. So it's fun. It's a lot of fun.
So let's break this down. Let's talk about how long you've been making salsa.
I have been making salsa for about 35, 40 years. Started making it with my mom. Grew up canning, and we cured our own olives. Grew up in Fair Oaks, and everyone had olives, and everybody made jams and jellies, which I do not make. And so we started making salsa, my mom and I, and I have just kept making it better and better, and here I am.
Here you are.
Still making it, and everyone loves it.
Everybody loves it. Matter of fact, they love it so much, you're like, where can I buy said salsa?
Nowhere. You can't buy it. It's not for sale. I do this out of love. It's one of those things, if I bought it, I'd have to get a commercial kitchen, and it would become a business, and for me it just wouldn't be any fun anymore. It would take all I do this to relax. It's something that I just do out of fun.
I think that's lovely. I just doing it out of love. I think that is absolutely lovely. That's what I think about it. I think it's lovely. And then you have a graphic design background, so the labels look professional.
Yeah, I don't know if these will win any awards, but but yeah, that's a lot of fun. And usually, as I'm making the salsa, I'll just start thinking about goofy ideas that I can use for the label for that one, because it's all you need to label your salsa and date it anyway, so you may as well make it fun.
Say like today, we're going to make cracking open that salsa.
Yes. Yeah, and that idea just came from a story I saw about some sea life, and there was an octopus, and I thought, oh wow, let's do that. So I made those a couple days ago in advance.
And if you happen to be on the friends and family list and you eat all the salsa and you return the jar, you will get it filled back up again.
Yes, you will. You will get a new jar if you return it. And just bring the jar back. Never reuse the lids, because that's not it will not seal and your salsa will go bad. But when you're canning, at least you can. But yeah, if you return the jar, I will bring it to you. Also, if you can things that I don't can, like jams and jellies and things like that, then yeah, I'll trade you.
All right, sounds good. So we're going to learn how the magic is made coming up. Matter of fact, we've got the ingredients right here. So we'll be doing that as the show goes on. Get your pencil and paper so you can write it down as we're doing it. Back to you guys in the studio.
Our chips await.
Cracking open that salsa.
Yes.
Got the big bag of chips, Code.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks, Code.
And welcome back, Cody's Caravan. We're in Orangevale. We're at Marla's house. We're learning how to make her special salsa. And once again, remind people at home, how long you've been making salsa?
I've been making salsa for 35 to 40 years. I started out with my mom, grew up canning olives with my dad and my mom, and my mom would make all kinds of jams and jellies and interesting things, and we started making salsa one year. A lot of trial and error, but now we've got it down.
You got it dialed in, my friend. You have got it dialed in. So the different flavors are usually dictated by what you find at a farmer's market, right?
Right, exactly. Usually I try to use some sort of Roma type tomatoes, is there's three parts of the salsa that you have to have. You have to have your peppers, which are not bell peppers. But
No, not
they're
bell
hot.
peppers.
They're chili peppers like jalapenos, anchos, Anaheim's, Fresno chilies. You have your onions here, which you can use yellow or white, throw in a red if you like it. And then you have your tomatoes. And that is the key to the salsa. One thing I'm going to show you right now is one of the secrets, it's not a secret because you all know it now. One of the things about is my tomatoes is I sprinkle them with salt, and I usually don't have to add any more salt to the salsa when I make it.
Oh, really?
And this
Okay.
will all be canned water bath, or you can make it fresh. Either way, it's all good.
It's all good. So a lot of times I know people will do a water bath,
Yeah.
but you like to roast them because that gives a little more oomph.
Roast it, you give it a little flavor. Also, it sweetens it up. I mean, it brings out the flavor, so you don't have to add any sugar to it. And that's one thing that makes salsa one of these perfect foods, is there's very little salt in it. You could even do it salt-free if you want to. And it's all natural. These came from the organic, certified organic farmers market, the one off of Sunrise and Folsom Boulevard and on Saturdays. And so once you get the three basics, you can then add whatever you want. And so I'll show you some of those additions to it.
Okay,
but it's really it's all good for you.
It's all good for you.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's
what
put this
I'll
guy
do-
in the oven.
Yeah. What I'm going to do is take this out so Cody can slap that in, and I'm going to take this out, and this is what you end up with. Probably about 20 minutes to a half hour. You get these nice tomatoes that have this nice char
Yes.
on the top. So it's like fire roasted, but you don't need a fire. You do it at home in your broiler. And then you just, I don't have a bowl here for this. But then when these cool down a little bit, see how the skin, you don't want the skin on it.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
going to use my fingers. The skin just slides right off.
Oh, so take the skin off.
So the skin off. You don't want the skin off because it'll turn out tough. So you put the skin off, and then I've got a paper bag over here that I'm going to throw all the skin in, and then that'll go either in the compost pile, or if you live in Sacramento County, it goes in your green waste can.
Okay, so
love
that's
how
our
she's
first
so
process.
knowledgeable.
So that's the first
We will
process.
pause. Next part of the process is coming up, and then the eating time
Yeah,
happens.
exactly.
Okay.
That's the best time, and it's worth the wait.
I'm telling you, I've been snacking on it all morning. It is worth the wait. It's delicious. All right, so stick around. We got more in her salsa recipes with Marla coming up.
Okay.
Back to you guys.
Hey, Code, your shirt du jour, apparently you have very good taste because one of our viewers
Oh,
emailed and said, hey, Cody's got great taste. I got the same shirt. That's Todd. You and Todd are rocking the same shirt.
Are you serious?
Yes. It's fantastic. Twinsies. Twinsies. So good. Right?
oh man.
You both have stylish eyewear glass. Fabulous.
Oh, excellent. I got a twin out there.
Yeah, you
Excellent.
do. Thanks, Code.
All right, this salsa we're about to show you is so good you simply will have to have the entire thing.
Okay, so let's check back in with Cody. He is eating some salsa for breakfast. I don't think that is a bad idea at all.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good. But remember, you can't buy it. You got to be a friend. You got to invite her to a party because she'll bring it to there. Okay, so we started with the tomatoes.
Right.
Tomatoes.
What's our next step?
We have the tomatoes. Then you have your tomatoes, and next you have to process everything and cook it down and flavor it. So the first thing I usually do before the tomatoes, while the tomatoes are roasting, I take care of the peppers and the onions. And so I put them in my, I'm using a blender with a lot of blades in here. If you use just a regular kind of blender with just the one little blade in the bottom, that's not going to work. It's going to clog up. So use a blender, use either a food processor or a blender with multiple blades inside. And so I take the peppers and the onions, and I put some vinegar in it because you need vinegar if you're water canning. You need the acidity up to make your salsa safe and tasty.
Okay. Now let's, before you hit the button, peppers. What kind of peppers are we talking
Peppers. I use serrano peppers, ancho peppers, jalapenos, always some jalapenos in there. Today we have Fresno peppers too, and I usually use Anaheim peppers, but I couldn't find any for today.
Now,
So-
one thing she doesn't use is bell peppers. If you put bell peppers in your salsa, you're doing it wrong.
You are. If you want to use bell peppers and do some sort of condiment with bell peppers, you need to find a different recipe. This is for traditional salsa made with chili peppers. So whatever chili peppers are available, whatever flavor you want. Don't use the little Thai chilies and the little teeny ones, because those texture and flavors, not wrong, but any common chili pepper that's out there that you can find, either grow your own or find in the farmer's market or in your grocery store. So those all work, whatever flavor you want. Also, if you want to use chipotle peppers, here's some here, and can you smell it? If you want to give it that nice smoky flavor, these are canned chipotle peppers. They're pretty spicy, but if you like pretty spicy, use these in as many as you want. And if you don't want it that spicy, just throw in one of them and use the adobo sauce around it. It's really, really nice. Gives it a nice kind of smoky flavor. And so after we...
Let's wake some people up. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I'll wake everybody up. So we want to power this on. Just do a few pulses. We don't want to do about 5 pulses. We don't want to liquefy it unless you want more of a, what is that, like a picante sauce? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we just get everything, do a few pulses.
Chunky.
Yeah, get it nice and chunky. But that's up to you, because when you make this, it's your salsa. Excuse me. Watch out for the peppers. They're hot. Yeah, that gets me. So, and then you dump all of these, get all these dumped in here. Real nice. And then you just keep, and then you keep going. You
Okay,
can
well,
add,
let's pause right there, because we'll have another segment where we'll keep going.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm learning stuff.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, that pepper does kind of take your breath away. It went, whoa.
Hey, Code.
Once again, you yes, ma'am.
I was going to ask, where do you want to send the caravan next? But finish your thought.
Well, I was about to say, if you have something that's a labor of love that you do, and you're like, no, I do not want to sell this because I find joy in the thing, and giving it away is a joy. Like we met our friend that paints every day. Remember our friend?
Yeah, that's right.
And the gentleman that we met that makes the yard art. If you do something like that, let me know. I love that idea. I love the idea that you don't want to turn it into a business. You're just doing it because you love it. Let me know. goodday@kmaxtv.com. We'll finish up our salsa recipe.
Cody, text from the wife, who is practically a salsa sommelier. Quote, get some of that salsa, please.
Corey's got good taste.
Well, I'm bringing some back.
Yeah, she is a salsa connoisseur for sure. Thank you, Cody.
Thanks, Code.
An Orangevale woman has been perfecting her salsa recipe now for more than 30 years.
So, of course, we sent Cody and his fabulous shirt with the caravan over to her house to try and get some of that secret recipe. Hey, Code.
Oh, we've been cooking. We've been cooking this morning. Okay, so we've got our pot right here. So what's going on here?
Okay, what's going on here is we have our tomatoes, peppers, and our onions, and they're all grated up and ready to go. And now we add some, we can stop here if we want, because Cody said it was really good just as it is.
Without the spices, yeah.
But we're going to add just a little bit more. And this is where, when you make your own salsa, you can do whatever, well, almost whatever you want. So some of the options you have, if you like cilantro and don't think it tastes like soap, you can put in fresh cilantro and make sure you chop it really fine. And use the stems. There's a lot of flavor in there.
Ooh.
You can use chili powder.
Okay.
Garlic. This is some dried minced garlic, but you can also use the fresh stuff. I always add in, and I'm going to put in some of here, just adds a little bit something, is the Mexican oregano. You can see that's not just leaves. There's little looks like little buds in there, and you can get that at any grocery store. So just add a little bit of there. And then the magic ingredient that I always add, and you can smell this, smells slightly like there's a little bit of citrus in there, along with the, not cilantro, this is cumin.
Cumin.
Excuse me, I'm sorry, I made a mistake. It's been a long morning. Anyway, so this is cumin, and this is the bomb. It's not. There are no secrets in my cooking or recipes. I do not believe in secret recipes. I believe in sharing all of it. So you add some of that, a nice good dose of that. If you want to, you can add chipotle peppers. These come in a can. They're jalapeno peppers that are in an adobo sauce, and I don't know what that means. And but it's really, really good. And it adds this really wonderful, rich, smoky spiciness to your food. And also, I'm going to add just a little zing to it. I'm going to add a half a lime.
Okay.
You want to be a little. You don't want to go overboard on a lime, and you don't want to put any lime peel or lemon zest in your salsa, because while it's good in other dishes like desserts, it is not good when you're canning salsa. It will make it bitter. So then we stir it all around.
And then how long would this cook?
We stir it along, and then this will be canned. And so you bring it to a boil, bring this to a boil, and then let it simmer for about 25 minutes. From there, you put it in your hot jars, and I forgot to take this out. Get one of these things you put it in here,
We got to wrap up, unfortunately.
and that's what you do, and then you have salsa. Can it according to water bath instructions and it usually generally cans go in water bath for about 30 minutes, and you have salsa that you can have all year long.
Real good.
It is. It's really good. And also you can make it all year long. So it's great.
You need to put a funny label on it and make all your friends happy.
And make it exactly how you want to make it.
That's so good. Thank you for hanging out with us this morning.
Oh, you're welcome. It was
You
a lot
are
of fun.
delightful.
It was fun.
I'm telling you, I have had so much fun here. You guys should have heard the conversations in between the commercial breaks. It was so fun. Thank you again. If people would like the recipe, where can they find it?
You can find it on westcoastreview.com. That's west-review-.com.
And I highly recommend it. Thank you, Marla. Appreciate you.
welcome. It
Back
was
to you guys in the
fun.
studio. And yes, I'm bringing a bunch back.
Yay!
We got the chips.
We ready. Thanks, Code.
You ready?
Thank you, Cody.